Black Friday 2024. I made it, I'm proud to say this, I made it 44 years before I Black Friday shopped. And it was kind of an accidental Black Friday shopping today. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning and was like, I'm not going Black Friday shopping because that's crazy. Or I've heard it's crazy. I actually don't know. But I woke up at 4 o'clock, couldn't sleep, and I was like, Redneck Target, also known as Flea Farm, had some good deals and a few things that I really wanted and a couple things I needed. But you don't know if you're going to get there and they're going to actually have it. So I'm like, I'll just go back to bed. I'll get up at like 8 o'clock, go in then, which I know everything's gone. But maybe I get lucky. I got lucky with the tool set a bunch of years ago, and I sent my wife because she was already at Target next door, and she got it for me. So I get up, drive to Fleet Farm, which we live in Minnesota, and it's freaking cold right now. It was like 8 degrees this morning when I drove there. And I was like, this is dumb. Why am I doing this? But I wanted a coat and a few other things. I get there, and it's 5 o'clock when I pull into the parking lot. And the parking lot's pretty full. And Fleet Farm has a big parking lot. But it's not crazy. And I'm like, okay, by the time I park everybody will be inside, I can just walk straight in. Not how it works. So they were letting people in, but the line people, it went all the way down the building and then turned and went all the way almost to the back of the parking lot. And I, in all of my wisdom, did not drive around and look to find this out. So I parked on the far side of the parking lot. So I had to walk from the back to the front, see there's a line to walk all the way to the other back corner. And literally I get there and I'm like, this is stupid. I'm going to leave because there's not going to be anything I want when I get in there. But I was cold and I decided I want to get warm. We'll give it a shot. I'm here. So 15 minutes, get inside the building, and they're handing out little stuffed animals. These little guys. Penguins. That's how my mom says it. Penguin. They were giving out penguins. And I didn't really want it, but why not? My daughter will love it. There was people in there throughout the day that were like upset that they did not get here in time for a penguin. Apparently they handed out 500. Apparently I'm number 5. I was within 500. I don't really care, but there was people like sad and like hurt and like emotional that they didn't get the stupid penguin. Like, come on, people. Anyway, so I get in and I just tried to go to where I want to go. Outdoor section. It's the only, why else would you go to a store? Like, outdoor section. And you can't like go across the aisles. Like they have crap blocked off. So you have to like follow their little route till you get to the middle of the store and you can go. So finally I'm able to go where I want. I get over to where I want to go and I find first thing on the list, which was one of the most important things, the Striker Ice Climate Coat. And I almost ordered it online, didn't know what size. And I made it 2 new friends while trying on coats. Talked to these cool guys, chatted about them. We all tried on coats. We handed them back and forth. They actually luckily had grabbed some of the sizes and grabbed everything. And so I was able to piggyback on some of theirs because there was a lot of sizes gone. And boom, we all got the coat we wanted. Sweet coat. If you're in the market for a warm coat, multi-layered, awesome coat. I have another one, lasted 13 years, torn up, so I got another one. Those suckers are $350. They had them on sale for $150. Can't pass that up. So we get the coat. Then we have to go get the other thing that I really needed, the Fraybill bait cooler. Now I've been using the Ingles for the last couple of years. The hinges broke and we'll be honest, we forgot some bait in it this summer and it was nasty, so we threw it out. So, but what they had Black Friday on their little thingy online said that if you get the cooler, you get this battery pack for free. And I found the coolers, can't find the battery packs. Looking all over. Finally, I stand in line, met a new friend to get to the gun counter, talked to the dude there, and he's like, oh yeah, they're over on an end cap. So I run over to the end cap, gone. They're out. So I'm mad, because that was like the big thing that I wanted. Can't find them, they're gone. So I start looking for other stuff. I find these fishing poles. They're decent. They're normally $89. Look at this. Normally $89.99. They had them on sale for $9.99. I should have bought like 10 of them and then sold them. But they're good route. But I'm not that way. I want everybody to get the deals. There was one dude carrying like 20 of these freaking things around. You know he's selling them. But anyway, super cool. Get those. So then I get some line that I want, blah, blah, blah. And there are people like everywhere. Like I'm still a little bit like, holy cow, this is a little crazy. Like it's like borderline nuts to go into these stores. And this is probably, I don't know what Walmart's like, but this was like, it was crazy. You could barely move through. And I didn't have a cart. But then I started getting crap. I'm like, I need a cart. And so I start walking. Actually, at this point, yeah, I go over and find the changing rooms, get myself a cart. People just left them there. So I grab a cart and I'm headed back and get in line. And this is the special part of the story, is you get in line and the line is facing the back of the store and we're in the middle of the store. And the line goes like up, splits and goes both sides to the end of the stores, comes back and then does like a zigzaggy thing to the front. I'm like, this is freaking crazy. So I had a cart because I had some weight. And while I'm in line, this dude comes rolling by with the battery box that I wanted. I'm like, man, where did you find those? Did you get here really early? And he's like, no, they're right over on the shelf. I'm like, no, they're not. And he goes, I was there like 5 minutes ago. So I get out of line, go back over, and sure enough, they brought more out. Boom! Which is what I really wanted. Because if you buy the cooler, $79, you get the $250 lithium-ion battery pack for free. Power source. It's actually a power source. It's not a battery pack. It's a power source. But this thing's cool, man. Like, you can turn it on. See? Lights up, Fraybill. That's cool. But you have your lights. White light. Red light. And you got all different charging ports. 12 volt. You got your USBs. You got your other, your screw-on deals for bigger stuff, like a inverter that I can use. So I actually really wanted one of these. I've been looking at them for a couple years. Didn't want to spend the money. And but free with the cooler. So suddenly the trip was getting more worthwhile. I still realize that I'm going to have like a 4-hour wait in line. So I'm getting in line. I'm going to line. And I meet another friend. Some dude talking about these. And then I see him and he's like, did you find one? I'm like, yeah, man. Then I see the dudes that I was trying on coats with. They're like, oh, you found the other thing. And we're like, yeah, do you find what you want? Yeah. Everybody was having a good old time except standing in line for an hour. So I'm standing in line and here comes up the aisle my buddy Zach, who's actually like a real friend, like a real buddy. Like our kids fish bass tournaments together. And so I'm talking to him. I'm like, dude, where's your wife? He's like, oh, she's at home sleeping. Where's your wife? I'm like, she's at home sleeping. So we're out Black Friday shopping. He was with his mom and his sister. They convinced him to go. And he ended up with a full cart too. So I'm in line, end up going, oh, so then I'm standing in line. And this line's like crazy. It's not going very fast. And this is how they get you. This is how they get you. They put all like the good crap along the route to the checkouts. So the last thing I needed, actually, it's actually what I needed, but the last thing I planned on buying was a Milwaukee pack-out system. But what did I come home with? A Milwaukee pack-out system. And it's actually something that I very much needed because for work I do a lot of, I do landscaping, but we bring a lot of tools and stuff with because we do other stuff too. I usually fill up 5-gallon buckets with drills and angle grinders and chop saws and all that stuff. Now I can actually have something to keep them correct in, and all my screws and nails and all of my, all the fittings for sprinkler systems, irrigation, they'll go in these. But this was like a really good deal. So I passed it the first time. I was very proud of myself. And I was like, nope, not going to get it. And there was like a big island of them. I'm like, nope, don't need it. Not going to buy it. Get around the corner. They have another pile of them. And I'm like, nope, nope, nope. Get around the third corner. And they have like them just sitting on the ends of the aisles. And I was like, crap. And then I started looking at it. And I was like, it's actually really nice. And it's really what I need. And it was like $180 off. So kind of bought one. Pretty excited to use it. Moral of the story. But then the great part is after I got this and I had to get into so then I'm in the line and I'm very excited to be about a third of the way in. The employee walks through and she goes, if you're in this line, this is credit only. If you have cash, you need to be in the other line. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm like, I can't use cash. And she goes, nope. Other line. So I got to get out of the line that I had been in for 15 or 20 minutes and get back in line to go the other freaking way. But the bonus of it is the other way was actually noticeably faster. And when I got in line, my buddy Zach walks up behind me and he goes, hey, you in line? I'm like, yep. And he goes, so am I. I'm done. So we got to sit and talk for about 20 minutes and hang out and have a beautiful time walking through Redneck Target, and we both got a bunch of stuff. I still think that people are a little crazy to do this, to be honest, like to every year, and then they like go to other stores. Like, I think you're putting your life, like taking your life and putting it in other people's hands. It's a little crazy. And then I was like, oh, Walmart has a great deal. They won't have these headphones that I want. Drove across the street to Walmart. The whole parking lot full. All, like, every spot is full. And like the other businesses on the other side of the road, and like, they're all full. And they're like not even open. It's like fast food places, banks. Every spot's full. And there's people like walking across it like they're trudging across the frozen tundra, like they're pioneers to make it to Walmart, like coats, babies wrapped up, like crying. There's old ladies like gimping along, like, am I gonna make it? I don't know if I'm gonna die or not. Like, it was, and I just said, no, I'm not that desperate for a pair of headphones. I mean, it's a 3/4 mile trek to open to the doors. And then if Fleet Farm was as crazy as it was, I don't even want to know what Walmart was inside. I don't even want to think about Target, Shield, any of these places that's like, no. I made it to Fleet Farm at 44. I survived. I got my deals. It was super exciting. I don't know if I ever need to do it again. That's my story. What's yours?